Hey, I'm sitting here putting some video games on eBay, you know? Here's one here called Shevit. Have you ever heard of that one? It's Genesis. It may be on Super Nintendo, I don't know. I have it on Sega Genesis. And it's really a fun game, it really is. Here's another one I'm putting on. Pitfall. What a crappy... To me, Pitfall is about as boring as you can get, you know? Almost, not quite. Anyway, I'm not here to talk to you about games or how good looking I am. We all know that. I'm here to talk about church. Oh, Ron's talking about church again. I better turn off the channel. Go ahead and turn it off. I don't care. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you about a church. Do we agree that we're all sons and daughters of God? Okay. If you agree with that, when you go to church, do you agree that all the people in church are either your sisters or your brothers? Do we agree on that? That they're all sisters and brothers of us? Okay. Let me ask you a question. If you went to a gathering, a party, whatever, a function, and there was a bunch of your brothers and sisters there, and you walked, you're walking past them to go to another place or get something, get some food or whatever it is, and you walked past your brothers and sisters, would you say hello to them? Would you smile at them? Huh? Why? If you wouldn't, why? People go to church, to partake of the Spirit and to learn of the gospel of Jesus Christ. But while you're in church, before church and after church, when you're walking past people, why not take a couple of seconds and look at them as they pass you, as you cross paths with them, and say hi to them. Say, hi, how you doing? Nice to see you. Or even shake their hand. Hi, how's it going? You know? Why would you do that? Well, I don't know. If you're full of yourself, I guess you wouldn't need that, would you? Huh? You do that because they're your brothers and sisters. Don't you get it? Are you people that stupid that you don't get it? Some people go to church, maybe they've struggled to go to church and they're starting to go to church again, or there's people that are curious about what church is like or what the people are like, and they come to church. How do you think those people feel when they walk by people and they completely are ignored? People don't look at you. They don't say hi to you. They don't smile at you. They don't recognize you. You feel invisible. One of the reasons you go to church is to mingle with the saints. To mingle with people that think the way that you do, that worship the way that you do. And you're supposed to be kind to people. That's the second greatest commandment. The first great commandment is love God. The second greatest commandment is love thy neighbor as thyself. Doesn't that include your brothers and sisters? You're supposed to love them. You're not supposed to ignore them. You're not supposed to just walk past them and not even look at them or acknowledge that they even exist. You're supposed to be kind to people. You know, how hard is it when you're walking by somebody to smile at them, to nod, to recognize them? The people that don't do that are assholes. They're self-absorbed, they're conceited, they're arrogant, they're full of themselves. It's time to live by the golden rule and think about other people and not just yourself. What I'm saying is true. People don't like to be ignored. Unless you're so full of yourself, you don't care. Only thing you're thinking about is me, 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 me. Or the only thing you're thinking out is of your girlfriend. Boy, it's going to be nice to get it on with her tomorrow night, Or it's going to be nice to get, go to school and be in the clique and be in the in crowd. Why would you of all people, why would you even lower yourself, lower your standards to even say hello to a perfect stranger? Are you kidding me? Why would you say hi to a stranger? Are you crazy? I'll tell you why, because that stranger is your brother or sister. That stranger that walks past you, that you don't even acknowledge or say hi to or even acknowledge that they're there, they might be a new person, they're going to think about that. They're going to think, yeah, I went to church at this different church or ward or whatever it is. And people were assholes. I might as well have gone to church with a bunch of telephone poles. If people are nice to them, they're going to want to come back. They're going to want to feel the spirit and the feel of the love that they felt from the people at church. Yes, you can feel the spirit and the love of Christ, but it's nice also, and it's a commandment, that you should be able to feel the love and spirit of the people that are around you. Why don't you get off your high horse? I'm not talking about everybody, but you people that are just so full of yourself, that go to church. You go to church, that's nice that you go to church, but there's people that go to church that are full of themselves, that think they're too good and too special to say hello to somebody, or to shake someone's hand, a visitor or somebody that you haven't seen before. What kind of a person are you? Seriously, what kind of a person are you to be so full of yourself that you don't care about a brother and sister? Some people when they walk by somebody or somebody's approaching them, they look at that person and they think, well, if that person says hello or if that person looks at me, I'm going to be nice to that person. If this person is approaching me from the other direction, looks at me when they walk by or smiles at me, I'm going to say hello and I'm going to smile back. But, 98% of the time, you could be looking at somebody and they just walk on by you like you're invisible. That's crap. That's not right. That's not godlike. Why don't you live by the golden rule and get off your high horse, huh? Seriously, when you go to church, you don't have to do this in the grocery store. It would be nice to do it in the grocery store because those are also your brothers and sisters. You don't have to ignore everybody. I always wink at good-looking women. Why wouldn't I? I'm just kidding. Really, seriously, do you think I'm just kidding? But be nice to people. Just stop thinking about yourself all the gosh damn time and start thinking about being nice to your brothers and sisters and your neighbors. People remember that. People that go to church remember how people responded to them, how people reacted to them. If they were recognized that they were even there in the first place. You could, your actions could be the decision that these people have if they ever come back to church again. If you're nice to them, there's a chance that they'll want to come back because they feel that they're important. They felt that there's somebody. They felt that people care about them. If people walk on by them like they're nothing, hell, you can get that at sitting home watching TV, can't you? Huh? Why don't you people grow up? A bunch of losers.